In a world obsessed with fitting in, being called normal sounds like a compliment. But what if the very things that make you feel different are actually signs of hidden strength? Some people spend their entire lives trying to blend into the crowd, silencing the parts of themselves that stand out. Yet history shows us something fascinating. The people who changed the world were rarely considered normal. They were misunderstood, emotionally intense, deeply curious, or unable to follow society's invisible script. If you've ever felt like you don't fully belong, this may not be a weakness at all. It may be your power. One sign you're not normal is that you think too deeply about everything. While others move through life on autopilot, your mind constantly analyzes conversations, emotions, and possibilities. This can feel exhausting, but it also means you see layers that most people miss. Deep thinkers often struggle socially because they crave meaning instead of surface-level interactions. But this depth gives you creativity, wisdom, and the ability to understand life beyond appearances. Another sign is that you often feel disconnected from the people around you. Maybe you've sat in a crowded room and still felt alone. Maybe small talk drains you because your mind naturally searches for something more real. Society teaches us that popularity equals happiness, but many powerful people walk alone for long periods of their lives. Isolation can sharpen self-awareness. It forces you to understand yourself instead of constantly seeking approval from others. You may also notice that you're emotionally intense. You feel things more deeply than most people. Music affects you strongly. Memories stay with you for years. The pain of rejection cuts deeper, but so does joy, love, and inspiration. People may call you too sensitive, but sensitivity is not weakness. It's awareness. Emotionally intense people often become artists, visionaries, healers, and leaders because they experience life in full color while others live in black and white. Another powerful sign is that you question everything. Rules, traditions, social expectations, you rarely accept them without thinking. From childhood, you may have resisted blindly following the crowd. This can make authority figures uncomfortable because independent minds are difficult to control. But every major innovation in history came from someone who dared to question what everyone else accepted as normal. Your curiosity is a gift, not a flaw. You may also struggle with feeling misunderstood. People hear your words but don't fully understand your intentions. Sometimes you feel like your inner world is too complex to explain. This often happens to people who think differently from the majority. Being misunderstood can feel lonely, but it also means your perspective doesn't fit inside ordinary thinking. Great minds are often recognized only after others catch up to them. Another sign is that you crave purpose more than comfort. While many people chase security, routine, and approval, you feel restless when your life lacks meaning. Even if everything looks fine on the outside, your soul feels empty without purpose. This inner hunger pushes you to search for something greater. It may lead you down unusual paths, but it's also what separates extraordinary people from those who settle for average lives. And finally, one of the biggest signs you're not normal is that you've suffered emotionally in ways that changed you. Pain has a strange ability to awaken people. Struggles force you to grow, reflect, and evolve. While suffering can break some people, others transform because of it. If hardship made you more aware, more compassionate, or more determined, then your pain became power. The truth is, society often labels unique people as strange before it labels them as brilliant. The world rewards conformity, but greatness usually begins with discomfort. The parts of yourself you try hardest to hide may actually be the source of your strength. Your overthinking, sensitivity, loneliness, curiosity, and emotional depth are not random flaws. They are signs that your mind works differently from the average person. So stop asking yourself why you don't fit in. Maybe you were never meant to. Maybe your role isn't to follow the crowd, but to see what the crowd cannot see. The people who leave a mark on the world are rarely the ones who blend in perfectly. They are the ones brave enough to embrace what makes them different. Being not normal doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It may mean you're awake in a world where many people are sleepwalking through life. And once you stop fighting your uniqueness, you begin to realize something powerful. Your difference is not your weakness.